Well, hi, everyone. This is the Brad Free Report for Friday, February 9th. By now, you probably know what happened last weekend at Santa Anita in most of the stakes. But as Paul Harvey would say, now for the rest of the story. Let's start off with the Grade 2 Palos Verdes Stakes last weekend. Champion sprinter Roy H. made his 2018 debut in the Palos Verdes, and he crushed. He won under wraps in 109.68, earned a 105 Beyer speed figure, and reestablished himself as the top sprinter in California. But did you know 1 week earlier, Edwards Going Left also ran 6 furlongs, winning the Cal Cup Sprint in 109.47 compared to Roy H's 109.68. The point is, Edwards Going Left ran faster than Roy H. did. Well, those two will meet on March 10th in the Grade 1 Triple Bend, and that should be one heck of a showdown. On February 3rd, also, last Saturday, in the Grade 2 San Marcos, It's in the Post, who has emerged as the most consistent long-distance grass horse in California. Started as the odds-on favorite in the San Marcos. It's in the Post took the lead into the stretch. And I thought he might have moved a little bit too soon, but Tyler Bays knows this horse so well. And he timed the move to perfection. It's in the Post, but here comes Hayabusa 1 on the outside. It's in the Post will hold on by a nose. Were you aware that the jockey on Hayabusa 1 lost his whip at the 16th pole? Now, does it make any difference? Did it make any difference? Probably not, but I think it's worth noting anyway. The jockey on Hayabusa 1 dropped his whip, and the margin was only a nose. Okay, on Sunday, it was Dream Tree's turn. She went to post as the odds-on favorite in the Grade 2 Las Virgenes Stakes. And yes, she took care of business, Dream Tree did. She won for fun, but I strongly disagree with a Daily Racing Form story that said, and I quote, Dream Tree enters spring with a growing reputation. What? No, I don't think so. Not with a mile in 139.2, not with an 82 Beyer speed figure. Dream Tree's reputation actually diminished with that victory, and I know she is 4 for 4. But I'm very much looking forward to a rematch between Midnight Bisou and Dream Tree. Dream Tree has defeated Midnight Bisou twice already. It could happen March 3rd in the Santa Isabel or April 7th in the Santa Anita Oaks. So that's a quick look at some of the stakes races last weekend. Here are some looming showdowns I can't wait to see. March 10th in the Grade 1 Triple Bend, Roy H. and Edwards Going Left. March 24th, maybe, It's in the Post and Hayabusa 1 in the 1.5 mile San Luis Rey. And April 7th, Dream Tree at Midnight Bisou. I inadvertently left off another looming showdown. My fault. But on February 18th, Selcourt and Sky Diamonds in the Las Flores. So we have some good races coming up ahead, some good showdowns, potential 2-horse showdowns. The fields will be bigger than 2, but those are the principles, and some good head-to-head matchups coming forward. Okay, let's talk a little bit about some of the maidens that we saw last week, and we saw some good ones, including February 2nd, race 6, Restoring Hope. Took blinkers off, and he took care of business. This was the 3rd career start by the son of Giants Causeway, trained by Bob Baffert, and he won clear by more than 3 lengths. He earned an 89 Beyer speed figure. His next start will be in a graded stakes race somewhere. We don't know how good this guy is, but we do know this. He will run all day. One day later on February 3rd, it was Bob Baffert again. Curly's Rocket down on the inside. He shook off his pace rivals and would win by 3.5 lengths, 3.25 lengths with an 84 Beyer speed figure. But look at that horse on the outside that is absolutely flying. That is Once on Whiskey, a first-time starter trained by Bob Baffert. Finished like a freight train, galloped out like a beast. Once on Whiskey is very good. Here's another good one. 3-year-old filly by the name of Spring Lily. Where did this race come from? 2nd career start, another 2nd start maiden that improved. And Spring Lily dusted the field, Daughter of Union Rags, now trained by John Sheriff. She won by 5 in 117-2, earned an 88 Beyer speed figure to stamp herself as a potential stakes filly moving forward. Now, it would be one heck of a big jump, but remember what happened a year ago? Paradise Woods, who was also, like Spring Lily, owned by Marty Wygod. Paradise Woods went from a maiden win to a victory in the Santa Anita Oaks. Now, I don't think that Sheriffs will do that with Spring Lily, but the precedent is there. Several good maidens: Restoring Hope, Curly's Rocket, and Once on Whiskey, and Spring Lily. Let's take a quick peek at the scorecard from last week before we start previewing some of the stakes races. It was not a great week, I have to be honest, but we were able to squeeze out a mild profit. I liked Ayakara in the Bob Lewis, and he ran okay. Tough to make up a lot of ground on the Santa Anita main track going 2 turns, and Ayakara was second best behind Lombo. Isotherm completely misfired. He ran last. Top of the game, I liked him in the San Antonio. Did not run very well. His whole spring campaign has been a little bit funky. I wouldn't throw him out as a potential long shot in the big cap on March 10th. Finally, at least we were able to somehow break even. Audible crushed the Holy Bull, paid $8.40. So a $2 win bet on Ayakara Isotherm. Top of the game at Audible. Hey, we came out with a 40-cent profit. Woohoo! Nice. All right, it's time to talk about some stakes previews up ahead, and we'll start at Santa Anita. Race number 4, by the way, is the Santa Maria. Unique Bella is going to win for fun. She's 3-5. She'll probably go 1-5. I don't see her getting beat. Let's take a look at the lineup for race 5. It's the Grade 3 Thunder Road Stakes, and Blackjack Cat is the 6-5 favorite, making his first start since the 3rd place finish in the Breeders' Cup Mile. I wanted to take a stand against him just out of principle. A Breeders' Cup contender making his first start of the year in a prep race for the Kilroe. But here's the deal. There's no speed in the Thunder Road, and Blackjack Cat will be forwardly placed. He's the best horse in the race. I honestly don't see him getting beat. Blackjack Cat, not a lot of value at 6-5 in the Thunder Road, but he should win. Okay, one race later is race 6. It's the Grade 2 San Vicente, 7 furlongs for 3-year-olds. This is a race that Bob Baffert has won 9 times in the last 21 years, and he'll probably win it again if the morning line favorite, number 1, Axeman, runs anything like he did in his career debut, January 1st at Santa Anita. Axeman, who was hammered down to odds of 7-5, and he galloped. He won by more than 9 lengths with a 97 Beyer speed figure, and if he runs 2 alike, he will be long gone. Now, he's down on the inside. There's lots of speed in the race, and if you're looking at a potential upsetter, it's the horse with the lowest figures in the race. Number 5, Kanthaka, who he had a ton of trouble last time out in a maiden race, and he won anyway. That effort by Kanthaka, he won by a neck with a 78 Beyer speed figure, a lot better than the line looks. He was steadied, he was shuffled back, he got a bad trip, and he still won the race. Axeman's the horse to beat. Watch out for Kanthaka coming from out of the clouds in the Grade 2 San Vicente. Okay, it's time to go out on the road. Let's go up to Golden Gate Fields, where the $50,000 California Oaks is race number 7, and a very deep field, a field of 10. This is another race in which I wanted to take a stand against the favorite, number 7, Map It. But the more you look at this nondescript bunch of 3-year-old fillies going a mile and a 16th on the all-weather, you keep on coming back to Map It. She won a maiden race last time out, January 25th at Santa Anita, a 1-mile race in 40 4. Yes, a mile in 1:40 4/5 seconds. The racing surface January 25th at Santa Anita was as slow as I can ever recall. The win by Mappin, half-length win, she earned a 69 Beyer speed figure. That might be good enough to win the California Oaks. I can't find an alternative. So in a 10-horse field, I'm settling for the favorite, the 3-1 shot, Map It. Okay, let's go down to Florida for another good race. 3-year-old colts. They're going in the Grade 3 Sam Davis Stakes. This is a race that trainer Todd Pletcher has won 6 times in the last several years. The favorite in the race at odds of 8-5 is Catholic Boy. Let's take a look at why Catholic Boy is favored. This is the Grade 2 Remsen Stakes, December 2nd at Aqueduct, and Catholic Boy, making his first start on dirt after 3 starts on grass. What a decisive win. He won by more than 4 lengths, earned a 91 Beyer speed figure, and the runner-up, Avery Island, came back last weekend to validate the Remsen when Avery Island won the Grade 3 Withers. Now, is Catholic Boy my top selection? No, he's not. I actually like another horse in the race, and it's trained by Todd Pletcher. His name is Vino Rossi. Now, Vino Rossi won his career debut in November with an 80 Beyer speed figure, and then last time out, he stretched to 2 turns at Tampa. He won with a 70 Beyer speed figure. You hear me talk about speed figures a lot, and sometimes you have to be careful with using speed figures when you're talking about Todd Pletcher trainees, because a low figure does not necessarily indicate a shortage of talent. And I want to bring up 2 recent examples. One of them we already saw, we talked about Audible. Audible's career best Beyer speed figure going into the Holy Bull last weekend was an 84. But Pletcher 3-year-olds improved by leaps and bounds in winter and spring, and Audible went from an 84 to a 99, 15-point jump. 1 year ago, Always Dreaming went into the Florida Derby, having won an allowance race with a 71 Beyer speed figure. What did he do in the Florida Derby? He jumped up 26 points to a 97. The point I am making is this. Vino Rossi, yes, he earned a 70 Beyer speed figure. I expect him to improve. I expect him to improve dramatically, and I think he has more tactical speed than the horse to beat, and the horse to beat is a good one, Catholic Boy. But I'll take Vino Rossi on top at odds of 3-1. Okay, finally, let's talk about a sprint race in Arizona. It's the Phoenix Gold Cup, $75,000 stake, 6 furlongs. The favorite on the morning line is Chief Cicatrice, and this guy is good. He won the Phoenix Gold Cup last year. He was emphatic in victory in his comeback January 20th. But I like a shipper from California. Down on the inside, his name is Aristocratic. Why do I like this guy? Because his most recent start at Santa Anita on December 31st was outstanding. He did not win the race. Aristocratic, down on the inside, dueling through one of the most hotly contested pace scenarios of the winter meet. 21-4, 44-2, and he held off all but Bobby Abu Dhabi. That's Aristocratic, finishing second in a 2 other than. He ships into Phoenix for the Gold Cup with an upset chance down on the inside in a race with all kinds of speed. He'll have to win it the hard way. Aristocratic, my top selection in the Phoenix Gold Cup. So we're looking for Blackjack Cat in the Thunder Road, Axeman in the San Vicente, Mappet in the Sam Davis, Mappet in the California Oaks, Vino Rosso in the Sam Davis, and Aristocratic in the Phoenix Gold Cup. I'm Brad Free. Thanks for watching.